Coming up, a government shutdown is underway in Washington as lawmakers fail to strike a funding deal.
An explosion tears through a Bronx high-rise, leaving investigators searching for answers.
And a local film forum brings students and community members together to share new perspectives.
All that, plus weather, entertainment, and sports, coming up on PS News.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jonah Baker-Flora.
And I'm Starry Mendoza. Thanks for joining us.
Wednesday morning, the government was shut down due to congressional divide over a funding plan. The main divide is healthcare. Democrats want to reverse Medicaid cuts to keep enhanced Obamacare subsidies from expiring. The Congressional Budget Office estimates about 750,000 federal workers have been furloughed this week, losing roughly about $400 million in pay each day. Meanwhile, the essential employees, including many transportation and defense, are still on the job but have not been paid. The state's department says passport processing will be likely to be delayed, while nearly half of civilian defense employees are out of work. National parks are operating with minimum staff, and the FDA has cut back on food safety inspections. Even air travel is feeling the strain, with about 3/4 of the FAA staff will be still working without pay. The past government shutdowns have lasted anywhere from a few days over a month. Lawmakers are still negotiating, but so far there is no clear timeline for a deal.
The Israeli military intercepted dozens of boats sailing as part of an aid flotilla toward Gaza on Thursday. They've detained dozens of passengers, including Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg. Thunberg is seen sitting on the floor in a social media post in Israel's foreign ministry. The ministry said the passengers were being transported to Israel, where the deportation procedures to Europe will start. The flotilla interception has triggered global condemnation. The flotilla was trying to break Israel's 18-year blockade of Gaza and get aid into the war-ravaged enclave using ships that set sail from ports across the Mediterranean. Organizers labeled Israel's interception of the ships an illegal attack on humanitarians. Israel, however, said the activists were not interested in aid, but in provocation. Thunberg was deported from Israel in June after another Gaza-bound aid boat she was on was intercepted.
An explosion rocked a Bronx high-rise Wednesday morning, blowing off part of a building and sparking an investigation. Officials says that are looking into a possibility of a gas leak. According to the fire department, and ventilation shaft connected to the boiler collapsed, and that's where they believe the blast originated. The 20-story building didn't suffer significant structural damage beyond that area. Mayor Eric Adams confirmed there are no injuries or deaths. Both the FDNY and the NYPD are now working to determine the exact cause. City officials say residents were shaken but are safe, and crews will remain on site until the building is fully cleared.
A statewide burn ban is now in effect across New York as dry conditions continue to raise the risk of wildfires. Governor Kathy Hochul announced the ban went into effect Thursday and will remain until October 15th, where it will be reevaluated. The order prohibits outdoor burning of brush or debris and all uncontained fires, including campfires and open cooking fires. Backyard fire pits and small contained campfires less than 3 feet high and 4 feet wide are still permitted. Small cooking fires are also allowed. The Department of Environmental Conservation has released an updated fire danger map with color-coded risk levels and safety guidelines. Many regions of the state, including the Southern Lake, St. Lawrence, and the Adirondacks, are currently at high fire danger levels. Hochul says that the temporary ban is meant to protect residents until conditions improve, with dry weather expected to last at least another week.
Plattsburgh Mayor Wendell Hughes says the city beach is back open to visitors after a temporary closure. The beach had been shut down because of vandalism and illegal dumping. City officials said the decision was made out of public safety concerns. The crews did more than just clean out the paved part of the boardwalk. They removed several trees that were considered safety hazards and installed new security cameras. The beach has reopened Tuesday and will operate daily starting at 7:30 a.m. Mayor Hughes apologized for the inconvenience as also while thanking for the community for their continued cooperation and support. He has urged everyone who has seen suspicious activity report it to the city police.
SUNY Plattsburgh is teaming up with the Mountain Lake PBS to spotlight the new generation of filmmakers. The Plattsburgh Film Forum returns to the Strand Center for the Arts on Tuesday, October 7th at 7 p.m. This month's program, Volume 2, Young Filmmakers, Local Film, will feature a mix of shorts created by Plattsburgh students and professors, along with award-winning entries from the PBS Beyond the Peaks Festival, a competition for high school filmmakers. The forum is part of the college's ongoing Human Viewpoints project, a college community collaboration that explores what happens when we look at the world together. Organizers say the lineup will include 15 to 20 films, everything from music videos and art films to mini documentaries, experimental shorts, and animation. The forum is co-curated by professors Michael Devine and Lauren Zito, who say the goal is not just to showcase student talent, but to create a shared experience that connects the campus and the community. Once again, the event will be held at the Strand Center for the Arts on October 7th at 7 p.m. It is free and open to the public. We'll be right back with a look at your weather after the break. Stay tuned.
Right in the heart of downtown Plattsburgh, you can find an old vintage tee, a pair of retro Jordans, even a bunch of bottleheads at a low discounted price. At Jam Vintage USA, they strive to create an eclectic collection of vintage clothing from the 60s all the way through the 90s.
All right, so my name is Jake Martineau. I'm the owner here at Jam Vintage. Some of the things that I really enjoy selling here are just kind of graphic t-shirts because there's such a wide range of things that you can have on a t-shirt, whether it be a sports team or a musician or a place that somebody went to. I think that people can really come in and find a shirt that resonates with them, and that is really cool to me, which I think is something that the community of Plattsburgh is also appreciated as well, having somewhere where they can go and shop for something that is individual and not, the same garment that somebody else can buy at the mall.
You can find this place at 12 Brinklehall Street in Plattsburgh, New York, open from 11 to 5 p.m. Thursday through Sunday.
Hey everyone, PS News meteorologist Maxwell Storms here with a look at your local weather. So, over in Owl's Head, we have 70 degrees with Vermontsville, another 70 there. Dannemora 72, Ausable Fork 73, and Plattsburgh 70. St. Albans out in this direction, right across Champlain, is 70 as well, and 71 in Williston. And that means we have pretty average 70s, low 70s degree weathers all throughout the area today here in the North Country. Now let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. So we have Friday is going to be 70 degrees, 73 degrees here on Saturday, partly cloudy those 2 days. Sunday is really when the sun's out, guns out kind of deal there, 79. That's probably the day to return to the beach, in fact. Monday we have partly cloudy, but still 76, and then those clouds will precipitate a bit on Tuesday coming into the end of the week there. That's your latest check of the weather. Now let's turn it over to the desk for entertainment.
Good afternoon, Plattsburgh. I'm Addison. Let's take a look at what's happening in Hollywood. The spotlight is back on Taylor Swift, and this time she's taking center stage as a showgirl. After weeks of speculation and build-up, the superstar unveiled her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, just after midnight. The record brings 12 new pop-infused tracks, each shining like a theater marquee. Songs dive into her relationship with fiancé Travis Kelce, nod to legends like Elizabeth Taylor, and wrap up with a duet alongside Sabrina Carpenter. Reviews are already rolling in, some critics praising the album's joyful, sparkling energy, while others say it lacks the intensity of past eras. And it's not just online buzz. This morning, Swifties were lined up outside record stores dressed in glitter and orange to match the era, eager to get their hands on a copy. The Life of a Showgirl is out now with a special cinema event planned to celebrate its release. For the second year in a row, Lainey Wilson will be front and center at the biggest night in country music. The chart-topping star has been announced as a host for the 59th annual CMA Awards, which will be live on ABC November 19th. Wilson is coming off a huge year. She's tied for the most nominations at this year's show, including the prestigious Entertainer of the Year category. She won the title in 2024 and will look to defend it. Organizers say the full lineup of performers and presenters will be revealed in the coming weeks, promising some of the biggest names in the country. Tickets to attend the ceremony are available now through the CMA's website. The CMA Awards first aired back in 1967 and have since become the longest-running annual music award program on network television. Super Bowl 60 is still a few months away, but fans now know who will be taking center stage at halftime. The NFL and Apple Music announced Sunday that three-time Grammy Award winner Bad Bunny will headline the halftime show. The Puerto Rican superstar is one of the most streamed artists in the world, known for his massive hits and high-energy live performances. His selection puts an end to 2 weeks of speculation. Many fans have rumored Taylor Swift could headline, especially given her connection to the NFL through Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce, but that didn't pan out. Now all eyes turn to Santa Clara, California, where Bad Bunny is set to bring his signature style to one of the biggest stages in the world. Super Bowl 60 will air live on CBS February 8th from Levi Stadium. That's the latest in entertainment this week. We'll be right back with your sports update after this brief intermission.
Meet the Plattsburgh State Cardinals Cheer Squad. Our cheer team is a motivated group of athletes striving for growth at every turn. Cheerleading is much more than just a performance. It's about working as a unit to lift each other up. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Our team is dedicated to building your skills in strength, confidence, and teamwork. So the real question is, are you ready to cheer? Let's go! Cardinals.
Hello Plattsburgh, I'm Vincent Ferrara. Let's get right into this week's sports action. The Plattsburgh State women's soccer team continued its strong start in conference play last Saturday, earning a 2-0 win over Morrisville. The Cardinals came in looking to stay perfect in SUNY AC action after a 5-0 shutout of Fredonia last weekend. It was all Plattsburgh in the opening half, outshooting Morrisville 22-0, but the Mustangs kept it scoreless at the break. The Cardinals finally broke through 15 minutes into the second half, when junior Sydney Myers found the net for her 6th goal of the year. With just under 10 minutes to play, senior Kelly Licata added insurance off a flicked pass from Myers, making it 2-0. Plattsburgh finished with 34 shots and earned its 3rd shutout of the year, with 3 goalkeepers combining for the clean sheet. With the win, the Cardinals moved to 5-5 overall and 2-0 in SUNY AC play. Next up, Plattsburgh hits the road to face Cortland tomorrow morning at 11. The San Francisco 49ers pulled off a dramatic overtime win against the Rams on Thursday night. Even while missing many of their starters on offense, the Niners looked dominant in the first half. Mac Jones threw a touchdown pass to Christian McCaffrey to put up the Niners 14-0. Matthew Stafford kept LA in the fight, hitting Puka Nacua from a yard out and connecting twice with Kyrene Williams to pull even at 20-all. In the fourth, Eddie Pinheiro drilled a 59-yard field goal to give San Francisco the lead, but the Rams answered with a 48-yarder in the final seconds to force overtime. In the extra period, Pinheiro banked a 41-yard kick off the upright and put the Niners ahead, and the defense sealed it with a 4th down stop on Williams. San Francisco holds on for a 26-23 win, improving on a 2-0 on the season. Turning to the MLB now, the New York Yankees are moving on after shutting out their rivals in Game 3 of the AL Wildcard Series. The Yankees broke through in the fourth inning. Ahmed Rosario drove a single into left, allowing Cody Bellinger to put New York on the board. Later in the inning, Anthony Volpe punched a base hit to right field, bringing home Giancarlo Stanton to make it 2-0. The rally continued when Austin Wells hit a bouncer that got away from the first baseman Nathaniel Lowe, allowing Jazz Chris Holm Jr. and Rosario to score Yankees up 4. On the mound, rookie Cam Schlitter was dominant. He struck out 10 through 6 innings and finished with 12 strikeouts over 8 scoreless frames. In the end, New York takes it 4-0 over Boston, clinching the series 2-1. The Yankees will now advance to the AL Division Series. That's all I have for sports this week, Plattsburgh. Let's get back to the desk.
Thank you everyone for tuning into this week's edition of PS News.
We're your news anchors, Suri Mendoza
and Jonah Baker-Flora. Make sure to stay tuned for the next weekly news update, as well as all of our upcoming shows.
You'll find all of those shows right here on our YouTube channel. Also, make sure to check out our Instagram, Plattsburgh State TV.
Have a great week, Plattsburgh.